Hi guys, this is Christine, your relationship and mindset mastery doctor and your leverage for change. Today I want to speak to you about how it is that those of us who are trying to grow to be better individuals, to grow, to really reach our highest potential, how do we identify, what are the markers that we can use to identify if we're now becoming more emotionally mature? So I'm going to kind of start off with, by the way, guys, please, if you find value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps my channel to grow, so I would really would appreciate if you would do that for me, especially like it, share it, and also subscribe. Also, you can hit the notification bell. That way, as soon as I upload something new, you will be notified. And you can use whatever it is that you find that is valuable to you. Okay, so let's start with the number one I would say is like, you find it easy to apologize because you realize you're not perfect. Someone who's not emotionally mature really find it really difficult to apologize and accept their fault in anything. They will always either try to blame someone else for that, for whatever happens. It's always someone else's fault. So when you reach a place where you are emotionally mature, you will see that you're able to apologize when you know that you're wrong. You can take that responsibility and really just be able to say to the person, I'm sorry, I know I did that wrong, I'll try never to do it again, right? We are all humans, we make mistakes, and so when we make mistakes, if we are growing into a more emotionally secure person, then we are able to accept our part in the matter and apologize for our part. The next thing that we can see when you're becoming more emotionally mature is that you are aware that people has to be ready to discuss difficult subjects. And so that means that you have to be able to sit and discuss difficult subjects. When you're able to do that, then you know that you're growing into a more emotionally mature person. A lot of people, especially the dismissive avoidant individual, find it really difficult to discuss anything that's emotionally any kind of emotional content. If there's anything that they have to discuss that's emotionally too deep for them, they will leave. So when you realize that you're now able to sit down and have the tough conversations by really kind of immersing yourself in that emotional content with someone else so you can work things through, then you realize that you're becoming more emotionally secure. The next thing is that you no longer act from a place of self-righteousness. The fact that, it's like you're the best there is. Everybody else is wrong. Everybody else's opinion is wrong. And you judge people and you just believe that you're the only person that can be right. So when you realize that each person is unique, right? Come with unique belief systems, come with unique ways of thinking, ways of acting, ways of being. Then if we can accept others for who they are, that's basically what it really boils down to, being able to accept others for who they are, then we are able, to recognize that when we become that person, then that can accept others for who they are, then we are becoming more emotionally secure, right? The next thing is we're able to celebrate our small wins, small things. The fact that it doesn't have to be a huge thing, like it doesn't have to be something expensive or something, a place that you go to. You can just go to pick up a stone on the beach and you can actually really value and celebrate that. That thing of beauty. It's different, and you're able to really just be grateful for just being a part of that, where you can see and handle this simple thing. It doesn't have to be great. When you're not really so caught up into the cost of things and what things mean to others, but you just love things for their simplicity, then you also recognize that you're becoming more emotionally secure. The next thing is that it kind of goes in with the recognition that people are unique and different, and that we don't have this belief of this feeling of self-righteousness. And it's really kind of accepting people, realizing that nobody is perfect and neither are you. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes and we all do things differently, and we just have to be able to, have empathy for each other. When you get to that place, you know that you're becoming more emotionally secure. The next thing is that you learn to balance and recognize your strengths and with their weaknesses. You don't, for example, when you both, everyone has strengths and everyone has weaknesses. And instead of focusing so much on all the weaknesses that we have, or even on all the strengths that you have, know and recognize that we are made up of these two sides. We are strong. There are things that we're really strong in doing. We are very good at doing, and there are things that we fail at. And so, if we're able to recognize and kind of embrace that reality, we now recognize that we are now growing to be more emotionally mature. The next thing is, guys, you kind of learn to balance and you forgive others. That's the next thing. You can forgive others, because if you can understand that, whether it be your parents, whether it be your friends, whether it be total strangers, you when you understand that people are really acting from where they're at right now, the level of maturity that they're at, then you will recognize that, you know what, this thing happened and they did this horrible thing to me, but I'm not going to, although I will not entertain that kind of behavior around, because you're creating boundaries, but you will understand that these people, they don't know any better, and so you can really just accept. When I say accept the fact that they are just operating from where they are at, the knowledge that they have, because and I'm not saying this is right, because a lot of times people just don't want to change. But what will make it easier for you to recognize is that what will make it easier for you to forgive others is to know that these individuals, whether they decide to change or not, it's not your responsibility. So forgive them for where they're at. The fact that they don't want to change, that's a fact. You understand that fact, and you said, okay, well, I can't really force people to act in a certain way towards me. So they're just acting from their own reality or their own perspective. It's not correct, but I'm not going to keep that unforgiveness in me, so that I'm the one who is suffering. So when you're able to really kind of have a conversation around that, and really just respond in a way that is more mature, that is by accepting that these people don't, that is where they're at, and you understand that you have set your boundaries up, but knowing that you will not accept the behavior, but you can forgive them, because you know that these individuals are just acting from where they're at. They have not taken time to grow or to learn to do better, or they don't want to. But that is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is just to understand that these individuals, okay, that's where they're at, and I know better, so I'll do better. I'll just forgive them and move on with my life, okay? That is a sign of maturity. Now, the next thing is that when you can also learn to forgive yourself and others, right? Especially forgiving yourself, guys. A lot of times we fail. We are humans. We fail at different things. We may have put up with behaviors that we should not have put up with for a long time. We may have stayed in a relationship that was not good for us for a long time. We may have not done certain things that we knew we should have done for the best, for the betterment of either a family or for ourselves. And so sometimes what we do is that we actually have this resentment, toward ourselves, right? We don't forgive ourselves because we know we should have done better, but we don't realize that sometimes we're just human and we will make mistakes. So the fact, when you start to be, to get to a place of emotional maturity, you are able to really just say, you know what, I messed up, and I'll try my best not to do it again. But I know I messed up, and I forgive myself because I'm going to try and do better the next time. But I'm only human, and I forgive myself, right? So when you're able to kind of talk yourself through that whole forgiving process of forgiving yourself and understanding that we are all humans, we are on this planet and this earth to grow and be better. And so each day we need to just move forward and forgive ourselves for all the past mistakes that we've made. The next thing that can kind of give you an idea that you're becoming more emotionally mature is that you're able to make peace with the parts of you that you find challenging. And this is also kind of ties in with forgiving yourself. No person is perfect. So we have parts of us that we really need to work on, but we are able to make peace with it and just work on it so that we end up still loving ourselves. Because when you hate yourself, it causes you to act in very negative and toxic ways. So you have to make peace with that part of you that is not yet where you want it to be, but you're working to become better each day. All right. The next thing is you're not going to allow, when you're becoming more emotionally mature, you realize that, and you will not allow everybody else's opinions to override your opinions. You're living your life through the lens of everybody else, what people want from you, how they expect you to behave, and you try to people please. That is when somebody is immature. When you're now growing to be more emotionally mature, you are able to say, you know what, I know this is who I am, this is what I like, and I'm not hurting anyone, and I'm not doing anything to hurt anyone. This is who I am, right? And you are just going to, your opinions now matter to you, and you take people's opinions and you filter it through your belief systems and your value systems and say, no, I'm not going to accept that as being true because that is not how I was raised, or that is not my value system. Okay? So you don't end up actually trying to please everybody else to your detriment. The next thing, another way that you can tell that you're actually growing emotionally, being emotionally mature, is that you create boundaries, guys. Someone who is not emotionally mature will allow people to do anything they want, and allow any kind of behavior and just put up with it because they want to. They don't have any boundaries, and so people will take advantage and do things that hurt them, but they just keep allowing these people to do these things to them. So when you're becoming more emotionally mature, you will realize that you are now able to create and maintain boundaries. The next thing, guys, is that you're happy living your authentic life as your authentic self. You don't have to now walk around with this facade of always being happy or always being this or always being that. There's this big thing you build around yourself as if you're perfect or your life is perfect. You can be vulnerable enough to say, you know what, I'm having a rough day today, or I'm having some challenges here, or I'm having some challenges there. And so you don't have to feel that you have to be perfect, because you're now becoming more emotionally mature, and you can accept yourself, your authentic self, just the way that you are. The next thing is, guys, you're able to recognize how your past experiences have really affected how your present mindset, your present ways of thinking, your present belief systems. You are able now, if you're becoming more emotionally mature, is to you recognize these past experiences and how they affect your present behavior. But now you're able to learn from them, work to change them, and move forward with your life. All right, so that's, let me see if there's anything else that and always one thing, I know that the last thing is that you are able to be grateful for this little things in life. The little things in life, you're able to appreciate the butterfly flying out there, the birds in the trees, the chirping, little things. You don't have to have something expensive and big to find it valuable, right? This is when you're becoming more emotionally mature. So guys, I hope that these kind of give you more of like a tangible way of recognizing how your life will look when you are becoming more emotionally mature. I'm sure that there are more, that there are others. If you have any, just leave it in the comment section. And guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that notification bell so that as soon as I upload another video, you will be notified. Okay, guys, this is Christine, your Relationship and Mindset Master Doctor, and your Leverage for Change. Until next time, keep growing. Bye-bye.